Injury and incident reporting. All injuries need to be reported. Notes should be kept no matter how minor the injury or incident. Incidents are categorised as minor or major. In most states, employers are required by law to send the relevant authorities, such as WorkCover, an accident report form. This form covers serious or major work-related injuries, illnesses or dangerous occurrences. All injuries, however minor, should be entered into an injury report, particularly if legal issues are to be raised. A register of injuries and first aid treatment should be kept at each workplace and records the name, address, age and occupation of the injured worker, the industry in which the person was working, the operation activity in which the person was engaged at the time of injury, the hour and date of injury or sickness occurred, a brief description of the type, cause and location of the injury and treatment given, the name of the first aid person in attendance, any referral for further treatment if required. The entry must be signed and dated by the person completing it. The register of injuries may be combined with other registers that need to be kept according to other legislation. In New South Wales, first aid records must be kept for 5 years from the date of the last entry. Major injuries or incidents involving several victims should follow the 4 W's technique.
The 4 W's: when, where, what and who. Now let's break that up into each of the components. When means when did the incident occur. In describing when an incident occurred, you should use the date, the time and the day. You can use either the 24-hour clock or the 12-hour clock. Day relates to the actual day the incident occurred. Remember, when you work around the clock, you may start on one day and finish on the next. This serves as a double check to make sure your date is correct. Where means where did the incident occur. In describing where an incident occurred, you should describe the venue, the location and the position. Venue means that place you are working at. For example, the Beaconsfield Hotel. Location means that general area you are working in, for example, the gatehouse or the public bar. Position means that exact spot the incident occurred, for example, in between the pool table and the bar. What means what happened during the incident and what were the events that led up to the incident. Record the incident in the order it happened. For example, male 1 pushes male 2. Male 2 then loudly abused male 1, and security 10 then moved towards male 1 and 2. Record your action and the actions of other staff. Did you try to resolve the incident? What did you direct other staff to do? Did you administer first aid? This section also allows you to indicate any way you think this type of incident could be prevented in the future. Who means who was involved in the incident. It's important that all persons involved in the incident are recorded either by description or name. The victim of the incident is usually easy to record because they're willing to give their name and address. The offender may leave without being noted. In this case, a description is required. This should include visible markings such as tattoos, facial hair, features and deformities, tone of voice, their height measured against some sort of physical features, such as the doorway and their clothing worn. Witnesses' names and addresses should be collected to establish the facts. Staff that are involved in any part of the incident should be recorded. Emergency services that are called to assist should be recorded. Police should be recorded by their badge number. Ambulance should be recorded by their CAB number, located above the right-hand side of the rear door. The fire brigade should be recorded by the badge number or incident number that is allocated to every job they attend. Security staff should be referred to by the number they're wearing or by their name and licence number. For example, 15 Brian Case, SC 1234575. Then when the details are recorded, you must sign off this way as well. Remember, this report may be made available to management, police, or produced in a court of law. Always do a practice copy first to eliminate mistakes. Do not speculate. Do not assume. Always write your report neatly using a blue or black pen, and of course make sure your writing is legible. Now it's your turn to have a go. Watch the following scene and write a report using the 4 W's technique. Evaluate own performance. Following any incident where you are required to use your first aid training, you should evaluate your performance to look for any ways you could improve and to be sure you've followed proper procedures. This will involve discussing your actions and the actions of others with your supervisor or manager and ambulance officers, paramedics, or medical and health workers involved in the incident. This will most likely be done in a debriefing session following the incident. This is a good time to raise any concerns you have with the way the issue was handled by yourself and others, and ask any questions on aspects you're unfamiliar with or have forgotten. Being involved in some incidents may result in a psychological impact. Witnessing a critical incident, especially involving a co-worker you may be close to, can be quite traumatic, and counselling may be required to help you deal with these events.
You must be aware of the social and legal issues in regard to your duty of care. It is very important to be culturally aware and respectful when carrying out first aid procedures. Debriefing sessions are very important in improving your own skills and recognising your limitations. However, you must be mindful and respectful of the confidentiality issues that are involved with carrying out first aid procedures. Well, I hope you found this video interesting and informative. But remember, you must keep your first aid skills up to date. Good luck.